12 ugly habits in old age that make people uncomfortable, but no one tells you. Hey there, my wise friends. Welcome back to the channel, where we talk about living your best life, staying healthy, and embracing the beauty of aging with grace and joy. If you're new here, I'm so glad you're joining us. This is the place where we share practical tips, heartfelt stories, and a little bit of wisdom to help us all thrive in our golden years. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a video. Today, we're diving into something a little different but so important. We're talking about 12 ugly habits in old age that make people uncomfortable, but no one tells you about. Now, don't worry. This isn't about pointing fingers or making anyone feel bad. Aging is a beautiful journey, but sometimes we pick up habits along the way that might not serve us or those around us. These are things we might not even notice, and because people are too polite or maybe too awkward to mention them, they often go unchecked. I've been there myself. A few years ago, I caught myself doing something that was driving my family up the wall, and no one said a word until my daughter gently pointed it out. It was a wake-up call. That's why I want to have this honest, heart-to-heart chat with you today. Like we're sitting down with a cup of coffee, just sharing stories and insights. My goal is to help us all reflect, grow, and make small changes that can lead to a happier, healthier life for ourselves and the people we love. So, grab a cozy seat, maybe a notebook if you're feeling inspired, and let's talk about these 12 habits. Some might surprise you, some might hit close to home, but all of them come with practical tips to turn things around. Ready? Let's get started. 1. Complaining too much. Let's kick things off with something we've all been guilty of at some point. Complaining. Now, I get it. Life can throw curveballs, especially as we age. Achy joints, rising healthcare costs, or even the weather can get under our skin. But when complaining becomes a habit, it can make others feel drained or uncomfortable. I remember visiting my uncle a few years back. He's a wonderful man, but every conversation turned into a list of everything going wrong. His neighbor's dog, the price of gas, you name it. I left feeling exhausted, and I noticed others started avoiding long chats with him. It wasn't that we didn't care. It was just hard to keep up with the negativity. What to do instead? Try the gratitude sandwich. For every complaint, share 2 things you're thankful for. For example, if you're frustrated about a long wait at the doctor's office, you might say, "I'm so grateful for my doctor's care, even if the wait was long today, and I'm thankful I got to read a good book while waiting." It shifts the vibe and makes conversations lighter for everyone. 2. Talking only about the past. We've all got stories from back in the day, and they're precious. But if every conversation circles back to the 1970s or your old job, it can make others, especially younger folks, feel disconnected. My friend Susan used to dominate family dinners with tales of her college days. Her grandkids would zone out, and you could see them itching to change the subject. What to do instead? Balance the past with the present. Share a story from way back. Then ask someone about their life now. For example, "I remember dancing to disco in the 70s. What kind of music are you into these days?" It builds a bridge between generations and keeps everyone engaged. 3. Being overly critical. As we age, we might feel we've earned the right to speak our mind. But constant criticism about someone's outfit, their cooking, or their life choices can come off as harsh. I once overheard an older relative critique my cousin's new hairstyle at a family reunion. It wasn't mean-spirited, but it stung and the mood shifted. What to do instead? Practice the compliment first rule. Before offering feedback, start with something positive. Instead of, "That shirt's a bit loud," try, "You always have such bold style. Maybe a softer color would suit you too." It softens the delivery and shows you care. 4. Ignoring personal hygiene. This one's tough to talk about, but it's real. As we age, our senses or energy levels might change, make it harder to notice or keep up with hygiene. Things like unwashed clothes, body odor, or neglecting dental care can make others uncomfortable. A neighbor of mine, Mr. Thompson, was the sweetest guy, but his strong cologne to mask odors wasn't fooling anyone. What to do instead? Set a simple routine. Shower regularly, use deodorant, and keep a spare toothbrush at home for quick refreshes. If mobility or memory is an issue, ask a loved one for gentle reminders or help setting up a system. It's about feeling confident and respected. 5. Hoarding or clutter. Many of us hold on to things for sentimental reasons, but excessive clutter can make your home feel chaotic and unwelcoming. My aunt's house was packed with old magazines and knickknacks. Visiting felt overwhelming, and it was hard to relax. Clutter can also signal to others that you're struggling, which might make them worry. What to do instead? Start small. Pick one drawer or shelf to declutter each week. Donate items to charity or pass them to family. If it's hard to let go, take photos of sentimental items before parting with them. A tidy space lifts everyone's spirits. 6. Being too stubborn. Stubbornness can creep in as we age, especially if we feel we've seen it all. But refusing help or new ideas can frustrate loved ones. My dad insisted on mowing the lawn himself at 75, even after a fall. It wasn't about pride, it was habit. But it scared us all. What to do instead? Embrace flexibility. If someone offers help, say, "I'll give it a try, thanks." Or if you're set in your ways, explain why calmly. "I like doing myself, but I'll let you know if I need a hand." It shows you're open without losing your independence. 7. Oversharing health issues. Health challenges are real, and it's natural to want to talk about them. But going into too much detail, especially at the dinner table, can make others uneasy. I once sat through a graphic description of a friend's surgery while eating lasagna. Let's just say my appetite took a hit. What to do instead? Keep it brief and general. Instead of, "My gallbladder was inflamed and the surgeon said, try, I had a rough time with my health, but I'm feeling better now." If you need to vent, save it for a close friend or doctor who's ready to listen. 8. Interrupting or talking over others. Sometimes we get excited or forget to pause, but interrupting can make people feel unheard. My cousin noticed her mom, Linda, would cut her off mid-sentence during phone calls. It wasn't intentional, but it made their chats one-sided. What to do instead? Practice active listening. Nod, smile, and wait for a natural pause before jumping in. If you accidentally interrupt, say, "Oops, sorry, go ahead." It shows respect and keeps the conversation flowing. 9. Being too frugal. Saving money is smart, but extreme frugality, like reusing paper towels or skipping necessary expenses, can make others uncomfortable. My friend's dad refused to replace his broken glasses because they still worked. It worried everyone, especially when he drove. What to do instead? Prioritize essentials. Spend on things that keep you safe and healthy, like glasses or home repairs. If budget's tight, look for senior discounts or community resources. It's about balance, not penny pinching at the cost of well-being. 10. Neglecting technology. We don't all need to be tech wizards, but refusing to learn basic tech, like texting or video calls, can isolate you and frustrate others. My mom was anti-smartphone until we showed her how to FaceTime her grandkids. Now she's hooked. What to do instead? Start small. Learn one thing, like sending a text or joining a Zoom call. Ask a younger relative for a quick lesson. They'll love teaching you. Tech keeps you connected, and that's priceless. 11. Repeating stories. We all repeat ourselves sometimes, but telling the same story over and over can make others tune out. My grandpa used to tell the same fishing tale at every holiday. We loved him, but it got old. What to do instead? Keep a mental note or journal of stories you shared. If you're not sure, ask, "Have I told you about?" It shows you're mindful and opens the door to new topics. 12. Isolating yourself. Finally, pulling away from social events or friends can worry those who care about you. My neighbor, Mrs. Carter, stopped joining our book club after her husband passed. We missed her, and it felt like she was slipping away. What to do instead? Take small steps to stay connected. Say yes to one coffee date or club meeting a month. If you're grieving or struggling, let someone know. They'll want to support you. Connection is the key to a joyful life. Well, there you have it, friends. 12 habits that might sneak up on us as we age, but that we can absolutely change with a little awareness and effort. Aging is a gift, and it's up to us to make it as vibrant and fulfilling as possible, not just for ourselves, but for the people we love. I hope this chat felt like a warm hug and a gentle nudge to reflect on how we show up in the world. If any of these habits rang a bell, don't be hard on yourself. We're all works in progress, and small changes can make a big difference. Maybe pick one habit to focus on this week, and let me know how it goes in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. And if you found this helpful, give a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need a little wisdom today. Thanks for spending this time with me. You're amazing, and I'm so grateful to have you in this community. Until next time, keep living with joy, stay healthy, and let's keep growing wiser together. See you soon.